Alright, first bonus episode made in what feels like months. So, in this episode, we are going to be going over the content that I was not able to cover in my Skyrim 100% series. And we are going to be covering the quest I missed for the companions. Now, we are in Windhelm right now. And the reason why we are in Windhelm is because I actually managed to get my lockpicking skill to level 100. If we can just go ahead and just show that, you can see that it is at level 100. With my skills, I went ahead and I got the unbreakable skill, and I got master locks so that lockpicking locks will be even easier. Now, something that I will say, if you are getting lockpicking to level 100, first of all, I will recommend you not get lockpicking, not get unbreakable until you get to lockpicking level 100. Second off, I would highly advise you not to get the skill wax key, because it kind of makes farming for this a little bit difficult. There is a really easy method that I found, and I say easy, but it's still pretty time consuming. And basically what you need to do is you need to fast travel to Dawnstar and wait an hour until, keep on waiting an hour until the Khajiit caravan stops. Go to the Khajiit caravan and buy all the lockpicks. You want to have like a surplus of maybe like 500, 600 lockpicks. And just go ahead and use the attacking the character and then reloading the save in order to get the stock price restock. I do this all the time in my series. It's not something to be ashamed of, not something to feel guilty of. If Bethesda had a problem with this, they would have patched it like in year one. But once you get a high amount of lockpicks, fortunately, because I do not have because I have lockpicking because I have lockpicking, the unbreakable lockpicks, I can actually show this off. What we need to do, see where, because I have the skill where it kind of starts off where there's going to be like an easy, starts off near a spot where the lockpick thing, you want to go this way, and unfortunately because I have unbreakable lockpicks, I can't actually break the lockpick to show you. But you want to go into a place that you know that isn't is a way to unlock the lock, and then you just keep on like breaking the lockpick over and over and over again until you get the lockpicking level up. It's not the fastest way, but it is honestly faster than just trying to play the game normally and just unlocking chests and stuff. But anyway, what we are going to do now is we are going to fast travel to Whiterun. There are a couple of quests that we have not done for the companions. One of them is Family Heirloom, Escaped Criminal, Rescue Mission, Purity, and Dragon Seekers. Once I complete all those quests, then we will have all the quests done for the companions. I will say the very next bonus video will be for the Thieves Guild. There are Thieves Guild or the Dark Brotherhood, but I think I'm going to do Thieves Guild first because that honestly seems more fun. And what I'm going to be doing for the Thieves Guild is I'm going to be covering over the jobs that I was not able to cover previously. I will be covering any side quests that I may have missed. And I will be showing the locations of all the collectible treasures. The hell was that? I'll be showing the location of all the collectible treasures found in Skyrim that you can just put on your shelf in the Thieves Guild. Sorry, that random dead guard just kind of startled me. But anyway, it feels really good to be recording this again. This has been kind of like on my stockpile for a while now, so it's kind of nice that I'm able to work on this again.
You still need to prove yourself, Whelp.
When the Empire surrendered to
So we first need to talk to Skjor.
they shamed
Are you looking for help with something? This had better be important.
You're looking at a real warrior. At least I used to be.
I've been tending to the warrior.
Skjor, isn't it?
What do you need, my friend?
Supposedly Skjor or Vilkas is who I need to talk to get the quest. But Skjor wouldn't let me get a job from him, which is weird. I have no idea where Skjor. I know where Skjor is, but I don't know where Vilkas is.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. I've been hearing stories about dragons, that they're back, that they can eat the sun out of the sky and freeze a man where he stands. Have you seen one in your travels? Oh, I envy you, facing such a beast in combat, smelling its blood on the air. That is what songs are sung about, shield brother. Yes, I like the way you think. There are whispers of where we might find one, too. They say he killed 12 of the Imperial Legion and shattered their bones with his breath. I think you and I are worth about 12 soldiers each. We'll send that beast back where it came from.
Yeah, let's do this. So it's actually kind of surprised me that first quest we got was actually for Dragon Seekers. I honestly was expecting that to find us out a little bit. This is actually referred to as a final wave of quests. Mount Anthor is over here. Shout. Now need Dragon Red. No idea where this dragon is. Oh, is that like a legendary dragon? Missed him. Got him. Oh, don't go down there, you idiot. There we go. A diamond, that's nice, and an emerald.
Now that was a battle. Thank you, Harbinger. For the glory of the companions, for Iskramor. I'm going to stay a while. Rest among these bones. This creature honored us with its life, and I will honor it with my respect.
That's one quest done. So now let us go ahead and back. I will say we don't have that much left. So we just finished Dragon Seekers. We now have Family Heirloom, Escaped Criminal, Rescue Mission, and Purity. I will say something that I just I've been like told time and time again from like I've been told, not really time and time again, but I've been told by one of my friends that the manga Chainsaw Man was really good, and the anime was going to be released soon, and a lot of people are really excited for that. I just watched the first episode of Chainsaw Man, which is the only one that exists right now. Holy crap, is that freaking good. I got chills like watching that thing. It was just so good. Oh my god. Love it. It's kind of sad, like the origin story, the background of the character, the main character is like really sad, but it's a Japanese manga, it's a Japanese anime series. They have like sad backstories.
You still need... Are you looking for help with something? We have a bit of a sensitive matter this time. A wealthy family has misplaced one of their heirlooms. Some don't even believe they exist, but the Falmer can be devious, tunneling into homes, stealing off with valuables. Move quickly so we can have this over and done with.
Family Heirloom. Sightless Pit. Isn't that in Morthal area? I know it's over here, isn't it? No, it's not. It's over here? What? Oh, it's this place. Okay. And my voice sounds a little bit different. Well, it probably sounds the same as my other streams, but I'm actually streaming on my other profile. To clarify, like I have two different profiles on my computer that I stream with. When I stream on Twitch, I stream on one profile, which is literally all I use it for is streaming. But whenever I record stuff for whenever I record stuff for like the journal or the database entries, which is something that is like more so for recording, I stream on a different profile. The profile that I'm streaming on is one that I use for recording, and it is honestly. It's honestly, this mic settings is not the same. Was not the same as The mic settings is not the same as the thing that I use for streaming. I got the rattles. Gonna drink a potion of cure disease. But this particular stream, really this recording thing should be, this recording profile should be the same as my Twitch stuff. So if I sound a little bit different, well, it probably wouldn't be able to tell, but I've noticed that whenever I record stuff for my journal things, my voice is a little bit louder than if I were to stream it. So you really shouldn't really be able to like tell the difference, honestly, now that I think about it. But just know there is a difference. I do really miss playing this game. I will say, like, it's been like a couple months since I did like these dungeon exploration. I've been said in the past that Elder Scrolls Skyrim is one of my favorite RPG games, and I also said that Elder Scroll possible my batteries just died. Hold on. I don't remember like seeing an alert pop up. But as I was saying, I stated in the past that Skyrim is one of my favorite RPG games. It's really like the game that got me into RPGs. But I said, like, especially for Kingdom Hearts. That Kingdom Hearts is my favorite RPG series. I wanted to like distinguish between the two. Skyrim, or really Elder Scrolls, is not my favorite RPG series because the games that came before Skyrim are games that I just don't really enjoy as much as Skyrim. But whereas with Kingdom Hearts, it's really a good experience like all around. It's really like, I can only think of like a couple of games that I really don't like, and one of them I will eventually be streaming after I complete Kingdom Hearts 1, which is Chain of Memories. I'm honestly not really a big fan of how they handle I'm honestly not really a big fan of how they handle that game, but a lot of people consider that to be a really good Kingdom Hearts game, but personally I'm not one of them. At the end of this video, I will be showcasing something that I just kind of realized. And that is something that was added or included in the anniversary edition within the past couple weeks. And this is something that is a really huge update. And I will be covering those new content in great detail, but want to be able to show what Bethesda has added. Come on, die. I will say, it's very possible, in fact, it's almost like a guarantee that I will end up restreaming Skyrim to make a more definitive playthrough. But I'll be playing it on the 360 version, not on the Xbox version. Xbox One version. Yeah, I gotta sneeze. I'll be playing it on the 360 version, not the Xbox One version. Or Xbox Series X, I should say. And I'm doing this because there's still like achievements I need to get for the Xbox 360 version. And I'd rather be able to get new achievements than just play a game and not be able to get anything from it. But I do. So I'm bringing this up because I did notice that some people have been actually watching my Skyrim playthrough on my YouTube channel. And my Skyrim playthrough is not really something that I am particularly proud of because of the fact that it is, in my opinion, currently bugged. And by that I mean I have had an issue with my mic settings, really my OBS settings, where it essentially, let me go and save it, I haven't saved in a while. It essentially kind of caused my voice, my mic to skip, which kind of caused some issues with the quality of my stream. And it's just not something that I typically care for, because I feel like if I was actually more adamant instead of just thinking it's like an issue with Twitch, if I actually tried to actually figure out how to solve it instead of just trying to push it off, then it wouldn't really have been a problem. But because I was essentially procrastinating, because I was essentially just hoping that it will be fixed later, it just kind of led to like a problem that spanned like 30 or 40 episodes, which is not something that I really care for. But for that reason, I am planning on restreaming. That's interesting. I am planning on restreaming Skyrim, but it will be through the 360 version. I hope that is kind of makes sense. I realized I was kind of like getting like interrupted. My thoughts were being kind of interrupted, but I hope that kind of makes sense. I am waiting for Serana. At this point, I'm honestly don't really care if Serana lives or dies, although I would probably have a problem with it when I cover the new content that I missed in the Dawnguard DLC. But after I turn on this quest and I get the new one, I'm actually going to head back to Port Dawnguard and see if she is there. Oh, hello.
Do you need something?
Mystery solved. There is something that I will definitely be covering in the Dawnguard DLC, and there is a way for you to turn Serana into a human. And this kind of does have some benefits. It makes it so that you can actually heal her, because as right now, if you try and put a healing potion or healing spell on her, she doesn't actually receive the effects because she's technically undead. But if you have her heal her, you can actually keep her alive more. You can actually trade items with her.
Still need to. Are you looking for help with? Nice work with this one. You make us all proud. The idiots in Falkreath still think the best place for prisoners is that hole in the ground. No surprise, but one of them's gotten out again. At this point, they don't care what happens to her, and neither do I. Best to just kill her and be done with it. Be careful. This woman is known to be dangerous.
Okay, this is another one that we have done. That would be another one that we haven't done, I should say. So we have done Family Heirloom. We are now doing Escaped Criminal. After this, we have Rescue Mission and Purity. It's at Falkreath, so it's over here. We're almost done with this. We've been streaming for, or we've been recording for almost like 30 minutes. At least I think we have. Just looking at the time. Okay, let us head to this thing. I will say, it will be kind of nice for me to actually finish up the companions, and so I no longer have to worry about this. This is something that I've been kind of like putting off for months, and it is kind of nice that I'm actually able to work on these bonus episodes once again. For those curious, it's not an issue of me just procrastinating. It's not an issue of me just saying, oh, I'll just do it later or whatever. Pretty much the only time that I really have to work on this kind of thing is either on Thursdays, assuming that I don't need to like go to school for work, or I have to like record this, or I have to record this section for on the before I start streaming, which is kind of like not something I would want to do because these recording sections could take a little bit longer than I would like. But yeah, it's really my only opportunity to do this, and oftentimes on Thursdays, I really often like spend like most of my time just
Yes? Now this is a surprise.
I really spend most of my time working on schoolwork or just doing like personal projects, and honestly, I just don't really have the time to actually set aside to actually work on this. But it's just, and by personal projects, I mean there's schoolwork and there's I didn't mean to wait for an hour. There's schoolwork and there's also like my book that I'm working on. And when I work on my book or my schoolwork, I'm often like on campus, like in the library working. And I just it's kind of more difficult for me to put aside the time on this. But also, what really took so long was the fact that I was essentially trying to like get lockpicking level 100, and God, it was such a slog to get through. It's honestly, lockpicking is one of the slowest skills to level up, and even at the end of your playthrough, even after you like do everything, you still in all likelihood won't be able to get to level 100 by the end of your playthrough. And that's exactly what happened to me. I did everything in this game, well, almost everything in this game, and the best I could get was like lockpicking like level 91, and I just had like 9 more levels to level up, which isn't really that bad, but it still was a really slow process to level up, and it still just wasn't really that fun to actually try and level up. Because the fastest way to like level up your lockpicking skill is actually to like break your lockpicks over and over again. It's honestly like cost more. It honestly was just a very slow process to the point where like 40 lockpicks or 50 lockpicks. I think at one point it was at 60 or 70 lockpicks for like the higher level ones. Was enough to like rank up your level like one time.
Need to prove yourself, whelp.
And it just wasn't really that fun.
This is a bit by bit, we bring honor to this land, and you've brought honor to the companions. More importantly, some gold. Just in time. I was worried I'd have to do this myself. Some rich folk had a trinket stolen, and they want us to get it back. Of course, it's a group of wizards they're pointing their fingers at. Who knows what they want it for, but we want it back. Move quickly so we can have this over and done with.
So because this is a repeated mission, I'm actually going to stop the recording. I can't actually pause the recording. At least not with my recording app, or at least my streaming app. But because it's a repeated thing, I'm gonna stop the recording and I will start it. You fucker. Oh, this is actually a different thing. Oh, I thought that was Silas Cave. I was gonna say, put me back in Silas Pit again. I'll be pissed. But because this is a repeated thing, I'm gonna actually like I'm actually going to stop the recording and I'll come back once this quest is done. So really do apologize for this. We are 33 minutes into the recording. I'll be back once this is over. Hello everyone, I'm back. So I just did 2 quests that were repeats, and I'm back here about to accept a third. I remembered a detail that apparently you can save before you accept the job, and you can just talk to them. If you don't get the quest, you just reload and get a different one.
We have a bit of a sense.
I remember trying to get this before and it just didn't work.
Family, those hill people who call themselves. We're trusting you on this one.
So let me go ahead and load since this was a repeat. We'll try to do this again. What I'm trying to get is rescue mission.
Just in time. Some rich folk, those hill people who call themselves the Forsworn, show no mercy.
So unfortunately, let's try Vilcus.
May the gods watch. I wouldn't have expected someone like you. We Frish, a citizen of the Rift, the companion.
This is it.
For assistance, and we shall answer. Particularly when the pay is as good as this. Get moving. I shudder to think what might happen if you're too late.
This is it. Okay. So we do have rescue mission now. It's actually a good thing that came.
What was that?
Escort, Garthard, Bachelor. I feel like that could have gone a lot worse than it did.
Another cave. I've spent enough time underground myself, but if you want to go...
Let's go ahead and fast travel to Ripton.
I'm ever so grateful. Please, give my regard to the rest of the companions.
Friend of Vilcus. Just realized the guy that we rescued was actually a member of Thieves Guild. That's actually kind of interesting. So we now only have one quest left to do. And that is purity. So we are almost done with this video. I will say, between this this recording and the next recording, I will be getting the last skill, Pickpocket, to level 100. And as I mentioned before, the next bonus video will be covering the quests and the jobs, and I should say, and the treasures that I was not able to get in my in the stream for the Thieves Guild. I do not believe there's actually any side quests. I believe the only thing I'm missing is jobs. So we primarily did booking or whatever the heck that is, and I think we did the planting one, whatever the one that is.
May the gods watch over. I wouldn't have expected. So I hear. You brought honor to the companions and yourself.
So unfortunately, we do not have. You do not actually have the option to get the purity quest for actually we may have done this. Must have at least one Glenmore Witch Head in inventory. Must complete. Okay, so I think all my Glenmore Witch Heads are actually in my house and actually in town, I believe. This is the very last thing that we can do.
Fear not. From dragon or giant will be ready.
Really wish, because there's so much crap in this chest, I really wish there was a search function. Like, just press Y and just type in Glenmoral. Luckily, these are mostly in alphabetical order.
What now? Alright, I'll meet you at Darkfall Cave.
Darkfall Darkfall Cave. No, 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 no. You're supposed to go to. Huh? Why Darkfall Cave? Hold on. Darkfall Cave is where we first got. That makes no sense. You're supposed to like go to Castle Dawnguard, Fort Dawnguard. Darkfall Cave is where you first got what's her name? It makes no sense. Darkfall Cave is where we first got where we first found Serana. Why is she going to Darkfall Cave? And where the heck is Darkfall Cave? That's weird. That is so weird. I've never seen that before. I need to remember that when I try to like, get probably like try and find that up between streams because I'd rather not have to try and like have a moment to like in the future where I just run around the entire Fort Dawnguard looking for her if she's not actually there. No, that's just a bug.
Vilkas said you're the new Codlac. I don't know what that means, but you seem honorable, so that's good. Until next time.
Oh, we need to actually, for the prerequisite, we need to.
Let's not waste any time. I'm still here. I'm heading home if you need me. I'm here to help.
We need to actually complete a Radiant quest with the head in our inventory. So since we can't get a quest from Farkas, it's was it Vilkas or Skjor? Vilkas. We're going to do a quest from Vilkas.
You still need to prove yourself, Whelp. Be careful.
I wouldn't have expected. I've been hearing stories about dragons. That they're back. That they. Have you seen one in your travel? Oh, I envy you. Yes. I think you and I are worth about 12 soldiers each. We'll send that beast back where it came from.
So where is this taking us now? This is Ancient Ascent. Is where? Over here.
I wouldn't have expected someone like you to be the harbinger. But Godlike trusted your judgment. And so have I.
Actually, this is just a blood dragon. I don't need dragon aspect.
Now that was a battle. Thank you, Harbinger. For the glory of the companions, for Iskramor. I'm going to stay a while, rest among these bones. This creature honored us with its life, and I will honor it with my respect.
Okay, so let's pass double to, we're just gonna do one of these purity quests. We're not gonna do both for Farkas and Vilkas. Because I just kind of want this thing to end. It's really all the same, just kind of like different, characters. So, as soon as we head back to the companions, God, when was the last time I saw that? Sorry, I have the wiki pulled up, and this ad just popped up showing a movie clip of Air Bud, of all things. The movie about the golden retriever, like, playing sports. God, when was the last time I saw that movie? I used to own the VHS version of that. It's such an old movie. What was that ad playing that? That's so dumb. Okay, let's go ahead and we will talk to Vilkas once again. We will finish up this quest. And blowing things off.
I've been tending to the warriors of your Basker for as long as I can remember.
When the Empire surrendered to the All-Merry Dominion,
That's Farkas. And here is Vilkas.
May the gods watch over your battles. We've received a desperate missive. A citizen of the Reach has been kidnapped.
This may actually be a bugged quest.
I wouldn't have expected someone like you to be the Harbinger. But Kodlak trusted your judgment, and so will I.
I don't understand, like, I don't have a companion. I had to go to more Witch Head, and oh wait, did I already do this? Unfortunately, this doesn't actually... Huh. Already did family heirloom and escaped criminal and rescue mission. Whoops, I kind of repeated some stuff. Unfortunately, I can't get this thing to trigger. I'm actually gonna go back out and talk to Farkas.
Until next time.
This might actually be a glitch quest. So what I will instead do, since I can't get this to trigger and I'm meeting all the requirements as far as I can tell, what I will instead do is I will just go over what you need to do for this quest.
Of course, there is always work. My mind is someplace else, though. I think that maybe Kodlak was right.
Here we go.
As a werewolf, I can't be a good Nord. I want to be clean, like he was, and go to Sovngarde when I finally die. I would be honored for you to accompany me, Harbinger. You still have one of the witch's heads. This is good. Let's go to the tomb. We can do the cleansing there.
This is what I was waiting for. Go to Usgomor's tomb. This is over here. And let's go. Okay. Arcus. There you are.
Is it over? It's like relaxing into a warm mug of spiced mead. I'm losing aches I didn't know I had. This is how a warrior should feel, alive and aware, not clouded with thoughts of the hunt. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna stay in the tomb for a while. My shame kept me out before, but now I want to see it.
Alright, so that is all of the companion quest lines done with. What I think I'm actually going to do is I think I'm actually going to try and locate Darkfall Cave and try and get Serana back. Because I don't want to actually forget about this and just spend like the first like 10 minutes of the recording thing or whatever trying to figure out like where Serana went. But let me go ahead and try and figure out where Darkfall Cave is. But that actually does it for the last of the side quests. For the companion things, we literally have nothing else. Unfortunately, we did do some repeats, but I didn't know about that. Skyrim, Dark, Fall. Now, this is the cave that I'm thinking of. This actually is not the place where we first found Serana, but this actually leads to the. Let me go ahead and unmark this. It actually leads to. God, what is that place called? That light elf thing. Snow elves is what they're called. I have no idea why she's here, though. You should return to Fort Dawnguard, so it literally makes no sense why she's here. Uh, I believe I'm in the right area. I don't know where she could be. What I think I am going to do is I'm going to actually fast travel to Fort Donger because it could be possible she just kind of glitched down and said she was going to Darkfall Cave when she really should not be there. But where I think I'm actually going to go is go back to Fort Dawnguard and check it out, and then I'll just end the live stream. I really do apologize for this kind of lack of organization. It's just the fact that Serana said that she was gonna wait for me at Fort in Darkfall Cave. It just really confused me that she should not be waiting there. Her default location should be Fort Dawnguard. Really no reason for her to be waiting in Darkfall Cave. The only thing I can think of is if she's not in the thing before you reach the doors, maybe she is in the cathedral thing where we killed that dark elf guy. But even that doesn't really make any sense. But even that doesn't really make any sense because she's never waited there before. And before anyone says, "Oh well, maybe I've been like talked to Serana, maybe I've been listening to her since you went to that area," I've done that plenty of times. I've done that like literally after I completed the the Dawnguard DLC. I immediately went to do the Dragonborn DLC, and I literally just sent her like home because I couldn't like progress the quest with her here. And she went to the Port Dawnguard every single time, so there's really no reason I can think of why she would be at Darkfall Cave all of a sudden. It's just a glitch. It's just a glitch.
What is it? Let's make some more stories.
So, as I have said in the past, well, I guess I'll just say, as I've said in this recording, the very next episode will be focused on the Thieves Guild. I will be covering the jobs that I was not able to complete in the main series, and I will be showing other locations all the treasures found in Thieves Guild. But between then and now, I will be getting pickpocketing to level 100. It's currently level 31. I will actually be heading to my house, I believe, either at Heljarken Hall or at Winstead Manor to pick up my Nightingale armor. I know that I have it on one of my mannequins, but I don't know which house it's in. So we'll be heading there to like pick that up, just to make sure that I have the best possible chance for pickpocketing. There has been a really good method for you to get a pickpocketing level 100. However, I no longer have access to that. Apparently, when you are still in the Dark Brother quest line, when you first get to the area, the abandoned shack found right here, if you do not kill the targets and you instead like pickpocket, just put in like 5 gold and take 5 out, then that's like a very easy way for you to get pickpocketing level 100, because apparently it is very easy for you to like pickpocket those guys. But unfortunately, when I tried to do that, my money was already at 100,000 and I couldn't like I couldn't figure out how to put it in like just 1 coin at a time. And because of that, I failed to lockpick every single time and ended up having to kill like all the people to progress quest. But that could be a valid way for you to get pickpocketing at 100. However, I'll be finding an alternative way since I no longer can do that. So with that being said, if you are remotely interested with Steve today, all the games I cover on my channel will be for 100% completion. I will be streaming Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for 1% on Friday, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. I will be streaming Kingdom Hearts 1 for 1% completion on Saturday, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. And I will be streaming Stardew Valley for 1% completion on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time. This is going to do it for today, but before I end things off, I do want to point out, because something that I completely forgot about was showing off the new installed content page. You can see that we have like a lot of new stuff for alternative armors. I would likely will not be covering this. However, it's very possible I may just briefly show it off. It's just like different like armor variants for different classes of armor. You have the arcane accessories, which honestly I don't know what this is. It's robes that grant spellcasting bonuses to ancient tomes holding powerful spells like paralysis, rune, unbound frost. It's just like basically magic stuff that I don't really care about. Arcane Archer Pack just has like spell like arrows. Stuff that I really don't really care about. Arms of Chaos just have a staff of Chaos that is actually a part of a quest. But this is something that I will definitely be covering. This is an optional quest. This is not an optional quest, but this is sort of like a DLC quest, a mod quest. I will for sure be covering that. We have Bitter Cup. This is another DLC quest that I will be covering. Bone Chill Manor is a player home that was added recently. Unfortunately, I do not have the book, Dinner Invitation. So I will instead be trying to figure out how to get that to spawn. But this is a player home that I will be buying and fully upgrading. This is Bone Wolf. This is another mod quest that I will be covering. Unfortunately, I do not have this quest activated. So because I completed Wolf Queen Awakened way long time ago, and I never got that letter delivered at a courier because it was added recently. Bow of Shadows. There's another DLC quest that I will be covering. Camping is not something that I'm currently interested in. Brisamir is a weapon that I may or may not be getting. The War Champions doesn't really affect me because of the fact that, well, maybe. This is something I can actually do. I thought this was actually related to the War quest line, but this is actually a quest that I will be covering. Dawnfang and Dustfang. This is another side quest that I will be covering. Dawnguard. This looks like... Oh, no, never mind. This is actually DLC. Never mind. This is another side quest that I will be covering. This is... an armor that I may or may not be covering. Dragonborn DLC. Dwarven Armor Mud Crab. It looks like another random DLC item. It looks like a pet. Elite Crossbow is a quest that I will be covering. Yeah, crossbow pack, not really interested. Farming, not really interested, but it does have a quest that I will be covering. Fearsome Fist is items that I may or may not be covering. Fishing, don't really care. Forgotten Seasons. Maybe something that I may be covering. Gallows Hall looks like another quest that I will be covering. Goes to the Tribunal is another mod quest that I will be covering. Goblins, not really. It looks like another DLC quest that I will be covering. Goldbrand, another quest that I will be covering. Headman's Cleaver, another quest that I will be covering. Heartfire is a DLC. Hindrahan is another quest that I will be covering. Horse Armor, Lord's Mail, another quest that I will be covering. Mirror Watch is another quest that I will be covering. This is a pet, not really interested. Nordic Jewelry, not actually looks like it is a quest that I will be covering. Patch Skyrim, not really. It looks like that is a quest, so I'll be covering that. Plague of the Dead, another quest that I will be covering. Very Curious is something that I actually started, but I never actually finished. But I think I actually did have a couple of these things. But I will be trying to look into this, and I will be trying to get that. Elite Guardware Armaments looks like it's a quest that I will be starting. Ruins Hedge, something that I really... maybe I will get this, I don't know. All the stuff I really don't care about, but Shadowfoot Sanctum looks like an... oh, that's not it. Shadowfoot Sanctum. Looks like it is a buyable house that I will be buying and fully upgrading. We have Shadowrend, another quest that I will be covering. There's another quest, another quest, another quest. This could be something that I may get. This is another quest that I will be covering. This is something I don't care about. The Cause is the quest that I will be covering. Another quest. Sorry for all this kind of boring stuff, but The Great Cow Returns, another quest that I will be covering. And Tundra Homestead, another DLC home that I will be getting. And this is another quest. Another quest. Another quest. And that's it. So, in between this time and the last time that I recorded a section of this game, that I had a lot of new content, a lot of quests that I will be covering just for completion's sake. and a lot of player homes that I will also be fully upgrading. There are some quests that actually are supposed to like give have a courier send me once I get to a certain point in the game, but unfortunately I never actually got that message. You can actually go into my books tab, you can actually this is something I already did. You can actually see that I don't actually have like anything related to what we have, but well, anything related to anything relating to God, I can't think. Yeah, anything related to those quests, but I will be trying to find like alternatives to starting those quests once I cover that. But it will have to be after every other once video is done. But just clarification, we have Dark Brotherhood, we have Thieves Guild. I think we are actually done with the College of Winterhold. We have the Dawn Guard DLC. We actually get divided into two parts. One of them is focused on quests, and the other will be focused on the Wicked or Twisted Veil, whatever it's called. This location right here, the Forgotten Veil, and we will be getting like all the collectibles, all the tomes, and all the things that we have not actually gone before. I did find out that those perfect or whatever amethyst, whatever those are called, those like egg-looking things, are actually required for a secret in the Forgotten Veil, so I will be covering that. But beyond that, we just have the quest that I missed in the Dragonborn DLC, and I will be having a video where I'll be going over the locations of all of the necklaces, which is for Fethis, Allor, and Raven Rock. Beyond that, we will after that we will be covering the DLC stuff added in this game. I may have like a huge like bonus video, like maybe like a couple hours long, where I just go over all that, but no promises. In the meantime, I may also be like doing like individual videos. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet, but I will for sure be covering the new quests and the new player homes, just for completion's sake. In the meantime, let me go first say this. After I complete like all the bonus videos, if they release any new content, I will not be covering it. Because in all likelihood, I will not be downloading this game again just to check if they add new content. So as soon as I finish these bonus videos, unless I add some more in between now and then, I will not be covering any new content. In the meantime, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.